What's happening, guys? So, full time in the Champions League, and I hope my connection's good, but full time in the Champions League, Sevilla 1, Arsenal 2. Match reaction, let's get it.
Sonia wins. Fatality.
This is what I wanted from the boys. This is what I wanted. Put in a performance, see out the win. Sevilla's not an easy place to go, and we went there and got 3 points. Right? Now, one thing I will... Well, let me just get this out of the way first. Tomiyasu... That's why he should be starting. Don the marker all around. You know what I mean? Bam. Tomiyasu's been on it. Fam. But let me just talk about the game, and then I'll get onto the individual players. It was one of those games where, looking at the game, it was like, well, we're doing better than what we did against Chelsea. Sevilla wasn't pressing us like Chelsea were. So Sevilla, from their point of view, I'd say it was a mistake from their point of view. I think that allowed us to be a bit more free with the ball so much, and allowed us to kind of do some exploring. And I think that went against them. You know what I mean? It was one of them games. I was happy for them to have all the ball, just as long as we do our bit, and then we go counter and get them on the break, because Sevilla is not an easy place to go. You know what I mean? So when it comes to going to grounds that aren't easy to get 3 points from, I don't mind that team having all the ball as long as we can do our bit. You know what I mean? And we did our bit. You know what I mean? We did our bit. I mean, I'm trying to find anybody that was under par, and I probably say Odegaard was probably the main player that was under par, but everybody else did the job, really. You know what I mean? Everybody else did their job. I'm proud of the boys tonight, right? Martinelli, man like Big Gabs, gets a goal in 45 plus 4 or 5 minutes. Jesus with the assist, with a turn and assist. Martinelli runs all the way down, round the keeper, taps it into an empty net. 1-0. You know what I mean? Like, I was gasping that goal winning. I ain't gonna lie. Jorginho, let me just talk about Jorginho for a second, right? I was disappointed that he starts yet again, but in all fairness, he weren't that bad tonight, in my opinion. I don't think he was that bad tonight. I think he did his job. You know what I mean? He did what was asked of him, kind of thing. Declan Rice did his job tonight. You know what I mean? The only criticism I have of Declan Rice is he'll receive a ball and there'll be a player in a good position out wide or something, and he doesn't look up straight away. So he'll pass to the nearest person that he can. He did that more than once tonight. I noticed that when he'll get the ball and like, I think there was one time where I think it was Nketiah, or was it Saka? And there was one time when it was Trossard, and he had the ball, and if he just looked up straight away, he could have played the pass, and the player would have been through. You know what I mean? It seems like, because with some players, as soon as they receive the ball, they already know where they're going to put it, because they know where that player is that's in that space. You know what I mean? With Declan Rice, more than once in this game, received the ball, but he didn't know that so-and-so was there in open space. So that's the only criticism I have of Declan Rice tonight. But otherwise, Odegaard, he was ghost of guard tonight. I mean, he was non-existent. He was almost like it was like it's a party that's going on, and you turned up at a party and you don't know anybody there, so you're just sat in the corner like a lemon, like I don't know these people, kind of thing. That's what it was like with Odegaard. And when he signed the contract, I remember I shared it on my story, and I said, don't let your form dip now. What's happened? Form's dipped. I mean, it's like he's a lost player now. I'm hoping he snaps out of it soon. You know what I mean? Because we can't be having this, especially with, it's only going to get tougher as the season goes on. Saliba had a good game, in my opinion. He did his job. He needs to work on his clearance a little bit more, though. But he did his job. You know what I mean? Again, Don DeMarco's all around. Gabriel did his job. You know what I mean? It's just as long as the players do their job. I mean, okay, we conceded the goal, but otherwise, as long as you're doing your job, I mean, I ain't got no beef. Ben White, I mean, we know he's got goofy ass haircut and stuff, but he wasn't terrible or anything like that. He wasn't poor. I've seen better from him, in my personal opinion, but I don't have any beef towards his performance tonight. To be honest with you, David Raya, I don't have beef with his performance tonight. I mean, this whole passing from the back, I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? It only works when you're not under any pressure. If they're not pressing you, then you can pass out from the back. But if they are, get it out. But that save that he did at 2-1, it was like he dived and punched it and it went over. And that could have gone so wrong. Jesus Christ. I thought that was going to be 2-2. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? But David Raya, credit to him for pulling that off as well. Big Gabs. I already spoke about Big Gabs. Man was on job. Gabriel Jesus, man scored a cracking goal. This is what we want to see from Gabriel Jesus. This is what we want to see. That's that shit right there. That's exactly what you do, Jesus. That is what we want to see. And we want to see more of that. That is exactly what we want. You know what I mean? It's a pity that he went off and he looked like he's he might have done his hamstring a little bit. It's a pity that he went off the back of that. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hopefully it's just a minor knock and he'll be back for the game against Sheffield United. But yeah, it's that's unfortunate. Saka, I think he played all right tonight. He was doing his job, really. I mean, to be honest, I was a bit surprised that a goal or something didn't come from him. To be honest with you, usually these are the kind of games where he pulls them out of the bag, but he did what he could for the magnitude of the game. He didn't see 90 minutes, got taken off. And Arteta subs, I mean, he brought on Kai Havertz, playing him in midfield, like, just don't do that, innit? You know what I mean? Like, if you want that, if you want him to win duels and shit like that, you better off playing as a false nine or something. Nketiah came on. I mean, Nketiah's just not the guy, innit? He's just not. You know what I mean? It's a wasted opportunity to try and, if you want to get something out of this season, aka win a trophy, aka win the league. You know what I mean? When Nketiah's on your bench, You know what I mean? It's just no. You know, like we saw in tonight when he came on as well. The way he received the ball and having the possession of the ball, he didn't have the techers that Jesus had. You know what I mean? He doesn't have that kind of techers, and there was a counter attack that we went on, and we could have broke free, and then Nketiah running for the ball and couldn't even outmuscle the player, so he ended up fouling him. And it's like they could have done something from that. You know what I mean? Kiwior came on, made his first appearance of the season. He only played about 6 minutes. I was a bit shocked that you were going to take Tomiyasu off or something, because Tomiyasu, I mean, Tomiyasu was just since he came back from injury and since the start of the season, the guy's been on form, right? He should be in our back four, because obviously we've got Timber that's out, and we were playing Timber at left back because Arteta's on that goofiness of playing players out of position. But while Timber's out, he should be the one that's in that place. You know what I mean? If Zinchenko wouldn't have done half the things defensively tonight, he wouldn't have done. You know what I mean? Would anybody who will come across this video honestly sit there and say Zinchenko would have done at least half of what Tomiyasu did tonight? Because he wouldn't have done.
Stop the cap.
Played the wrong one. He wouldn't have done.
Oh, hell no.
He wouldn't have done. I mean, the clearances, the blocks, he even inverts better than Zinchenko. That's the thing. This goofiness that Arteta wants from his left back positions, right? Of this goofiness of inverting. Tomiyasu does that better than what's his name? Zinchenko. You know what I mean? If you're gonna play Zinchenko, have him in midfield. If you're gonna take Odegaard off in the game, put him in his position or something. You know what I mean? That's personally what I think how it should be. And I can see that. And I'm not the only one who can see that. Everybody else can see it. You know what I mean? But the boys tonight, I mean, again, going to Sevilla, not an easy place to go to. You know what I mean? We went there, go 2-0 up, gutted that we conceded a goal, and especially like from a set piece. Like we just switched off. Ben White switched off. He was stood there ball watching. Jesus was marking the player that scored the goal. He was never going to outjump him. And we're lacking that tall presence. I mean, yeah, we've got Kai Havertz, but he wasn't on the pitch at the time anyway. But you know, it's like we need more. We need more. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not letting this win fool me of anything. Like, this doesn't mean that we're going to do something in the Champions League. It doesn't mean we're going to do something in the league. You know what I mean? There's still more for Arsenal to prove, and for Arteta to prove. You know what I mean? But the performance from the players tonight, for me, they did the job. You know what I mean? And to go there and to get the win like that, they did the job. I don't really have too much complaints. You know what I mean? I don't have too much to complain about, and that's what I want. I want to be doing these match reactions and stuff, chimming. I want to be chimming all the time because we're winning games, and you know our performances are showing that you know we can sustain this kind of thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to see goofiness. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to see that. As I explained in my previous video, Arteta hasn't earned his stripes to even start being goofy. Yeah, goofiness has to be earned, right? When it comes to what you do with your starting 11, playing players in these different positions. You know what I mean? We've seen Pep play Johnny Knoxville wannabe, aka Bernardo Silva at left back. You know what I mean? He can get away with that kind of goofiness, but Arteta can't. You know what I mean? So I don't want to see goofiness, and I'm glad that I didn't see goofiness tonight. You know what I mean? I'm glad I didn't see goofiness, not even from the players. You know what I mean? I didn't even see goofiness from players, and that's what I want. You know what I mean? That's what I want. You know what I mean? Now, the return fixture in the Champions League is Sevilla coming to the Emirates. And again, that's not going to be easy. Still not going to be easy. I'm not going to look at that and be like, oh, well, we've beat them at their ground, so we've got them at the Emirates now. It's like, you know what I mean? It's not impossible for them to come to the Emirates and win themselves. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? The boys did their job, fam. But the player I'm most pleased with is Tomiyasu. You know what I mean? The player I'm most pleased with is Tomiyasu. That guy, he's like a new signing right now, the way he's playing. And he's been consistent with it. It's not a case of, oh, well, it was this one-off game, and then he came on, and like Vieira. You know what I mean? Vieira came on 2 different games and made a difference. And when he started, he showed why he should be on the bench. And he hasn't got that since. You know what I mean? But with Tomiyasu, games that he's come on, he's been on point. All the games so far in the Champions League, played brilliant. You know what I mean? The game against Lens, best player on the pitch. You know what I mean? This is our first away win in the Champions League since what's his name scored a hat trick for us against was it Braga or something? One of them teams. What's his name? Was that number 9? Like, what's his name? Pierre? No, can't remember his name. I wouldn't say Pierre. I can't remember his name, but he won number 9 for us. He wasn't with us for too long, and he scored a hat trick in the game. And that was the last time that we won away from home in the Champions League before tonight. But yeah, tonight's win, I'm happy with the win. I'll say it's their manager's first loss. You know what I mean? They came off the back of drawing 1-1 at that ground against Real Madrid. You know what I mean? So, you know, some people might look at this and say, oh, woo, you beat a weak Sevilla, mate. You know what I mean? They might look at it and say that, but you know what I mean? How many clubs are going to Sevilla and winning in it? You know, how many English clubs are doing that? You know, I think Man City were the last ones to do it. You know what I mean? But this ain't an easy place to go. And as I said in my match preview, this ain't the Europa League now. This is Champions League. You know what I mean? So we can't look too much into Sevilla doing what they were doing in the Europa League, because that was Europa League. You know what I mean? These men dominate Europa League, but when it comes to Champions League, you know what I mean? These men don't even see semi-finals in the Champions League. So it's not like, you know, it's not like we're playing world beaters like that. You know what I mean? Europa League is these men's level. You know what I mean? Because these men dominate it. And I'm not even trying to say Champions League is our level, because I said before, it's not our level. You know what I mean? Until proven otherwise. But yeah, I'm just happy with our players' performances, and I don't think there's much more I can say. Trossard came on. I mean, I forgot about Trossard actually. I expected Trossard to at least get a goal or something, or do something, because this was a game where it was like, okay, bring Trossard on. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm glad that I'm gonna go to bed happy that, you know, we did our job. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want the stress. Didn't want the stress. This match reaction could have gone totally different. In the group now, let me see where we are. Right. Let me quickly have a look at the table. I don't know. Yeah, so we're top of the group now. Lens drew with PSV. So Sevilla, PSV are both on 2 points. Arsenal on 6, Lens on 5. So we play Sevilla next at the Emirates. So win that and we're through. And then Lens play PSV again. Wait, no, because if Lens win, then they'll be on 8 points. We'll be on 9 if we beat Sevilla again. Yeah, so the real fight really is Sevilla and PSV to fight for who's actually going to get Europe as well. But if we beat Sevilla and PSV beat Lens, that will take PSV to 5 points, level on points with Lens. Sevilla will be bottom on 2 points, and then we'd be on 9. I mean, this game was a must win tonight in terms of like if you want to still play in this Champions League, fam, you got to go get the win tonight because this could have been peak. Thankfully, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Thankfully, it wasn't. You know what I mean, because this club should be going for this competition. This club should be taking this competition very seriously because the fans, including the toxic positive ones and everything like that, have been saying about Champions League, top four. Okay, fine, we're in it now. We're in it, so let's win it then. Yeah, we'll win it. That's what we're going to do then, aren't we? We're going to try and win it. That's the aim. Like, I'm hearing stuff about semi-finals and stuff like that. I want to win it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're top of the group at the moment. So yeah, it's we've got 3 more games to play. Sevilla next, and then I don't know which order it's in. If it's PSV, then Lens, because we've still got to go to PSV. PSV at the same team that they were last season. You know what I mean? So I don't see why Arsenal, providing that we pick up form and in terms of the way we're playing, I don't see why we couldn't go there and win. Lens have to come to the Emirates. Surely Lens aren't going to come to Emirates and get anything. You know what I mean? That the loss at Lens, if anything, should have been a lesson and a minor setback. And it's like, what happened again kind of thing. And then we go win the remaining 3 games. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, I'm going to end the match reaction here. So yeah, stay tuned for my match preview of the game against Sheffield United. If not, there could be another video before then. Anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. Links are in the description below. Don't follow the Twitter because I've deactivated it because Twitter's a load of shit because they locked me out of my account again for no reason. You know what I mean? And all I post on there is my promotion to this channel. So I'm not messing with Twitter anymore. Anyways, catch you guys in a bit. Peace.
Sonia wins. Fatality.